or actors, but what we are here to use those elements to bring into their own creativity. So when they are designers, all designers will have to be creative, innovative, open to things. So I wanted to break inhibitions. Now every one of us have inhibitions. It's not young or old, everybody has, but it is important to shake away those inhibitions. We need to be open. There is breaking of inhibition does not mean indecency and vulgarity. It is a wrong understanding people have, and to that extent when we interacted with these youngsters, my faculty members, Mr. Girish Dalvi, Mrs. Hetal Desai, Mrs. Maitri Parekh, Mrs. Sangeeta Sawant and Mr. Balakrishna Sawant, when they are all groomed into this thoroughly, and when they were doing it every day with them, they also felt that oneness, the cohesiveness with the youth, and not once did I feel that I was almost nearing 70 and they were only 19, 18, 20 or 22. That never came in, and that's what is, because I do not believe in generation gap. What I believe in is generation diversity.
True. I think especially in your workshop, the groups, the students that had participated were from very different age groups.
Yes.
So you had like undergraduate students, like
yes.
19,
Yes.
17, 18, 19.
We had 23, 24, 25, yes.
PG
students,
like
yes.
23, 24.
Yeah.
And then in fact you had a student who was 30 plus.
For us, yes, I know.
So, I mean, I'm sure I could see all of them gelling quite well. I could see all of them coming together and performing.
You know, that is the uniqueness of our programs. At no given point, in fact, you will be surprised that in certain workshops that we have even people 60, 70 years old and are actually interacting with 14 years and 20 years, and they find themselves to be the best friends. So age is no bar, it is the spirit that matters, and the whole workshop was about that spirit. And I would like to thank you, Jyoti ma'am, primarily because you were aware of our kind of work and the kind of work Pearl Academy is doing. You know, it may appear very different, but the essence is the same. We both are complementary to each other. This cannot remain without this either. It is not possible. So it was indeed a pleasure that we could join hands for such a beautiful creation. In fact, it's something like giving birth to a child. You know, that's the kind of feeling we had. And I would like to again say something more about Pearl Academy. The entire staff, the faculty members, right from Director Bulbul Madam and every one of you, I mean, not once did I feel that I came here the first time. That was, I think that speaks volumes of you. And why that touched me so much, because our own institution is like this. We are very at home people, like I was sharing with other experts who had come. I said it's very important to talk nonsense most of the time, because when you talk nonsense you get sense, but when you start talking sense, nothing actually percolates, and freedom is all about that.
It's true. Now taking this concept of freedom in your creative tool that you use, which is performing arts, you've always been in the quest of, you've always preached and practiced that performing arts is important to any business growth. You know, and I think you are associated with a lot of corporates.
Yes.
In the corporate training and all. So how do you think that students can benefit from these as professionals?
Okay, then let's look at this. When they follow up a career, now even when they are designing, they must not be having any limitation of thoughts. Jyoti ma'am, you yourself a color expert. Now let's look at it, that if they are designing, there has to be colors. Now colors will again they have to be open about the colors. I cannot have a rigidity just because I love blue, everything has to be blue. It can't happen like this. They will have to take into consideration the situation, the persona of the individual. That's one part while creating. Next comes every business person, every entrepreneur, every employee or manager will have to have something called marketing. Now, in the marketing, what is going to happen is they are going to use their facial expressions, either the right profile or the left profile or the front profile. They'll be able to emote. They are going to use their voice modulation. They're going to use their gestures, which in totality is going to make them very, very effective, stylized, sophisticated. Now, who does not like to interact with a sophisticated, with a stylized person? I think every person loves it, and that is packaging. That's presentation skills. So this is going to add to that presentation. So what you are going to teach, this is going to join up with that. I think it's going to be blooming completely.
We saw being reflected in your students' performance,
Or
participant
presentations that were
performance
done today,
the
right.
way they were using the
Voice
voice
modulations.
and the whole counting, you know,
Yeah.
steps and kind of embedding into how we walk and how we
Yeah,
talk.
because I insist on rhythm, and actually rhythm is so universal.